Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Today we are happy to be live. So we decided, let's go live. And I mean, let's go live 2 minutes before we're supposed to go live. It is 10:28 in the morning, and I'm just giddy today. Today we're going to have all kinds of fun news and good stories. So I figured I would just turn the broadcast on in anticipation of everybody joining us in a little while. So if you are here. Well, I see that four of you are here at least, as we decided to sneak in a little earlier than usual. It is 10:28. We will get started with our formal broadcast in 2 minutes. But while we do that, I just want to let you know that it is Saturday. I'm happy to be here, and I hope you're happy to be here. I think it's going to be an amazing day today because I have fun plans for myself. I hope you have fun plans for yourself. Okay, so as long as we're here early and we have a few seconds, let me show you this gadget that I bought. Hold on. Okay, so I am officially hooked on beading, and I bought this trinket. This little chingadera allows me to make my bracelets that I've been making, and I am just having so much fun. This was inexpensive. Don't think I am misspending my money. This was like 120 pesos. But this little jig allows me to be able to stretch the cord that I use to make my my bracelets. And it arrived like 3 days early on Amazon. So I'm excited, and that's just one part of this wonderful weekend that I have planned for myself. It is 10:30, so the party is over. Let us get started with our broadcast. Okay, and today we're not going to have so much music and fanfare and whatnot. Yes, today we cheated. We started like 2 minutes early because I was eager to get started, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to wrap up a week of great events and news and happenings. And today, not only will we have one feel good video, we're going to have two feel good videos so that we can wrap the week in style. But before we go there, welcome everyone. This is Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on who has a birthday? Who has a birthday? I see. Oh, Doug has a birthday today. Is it true? Is this Doug Baldridge's birthday? If so, happy birthday. Anyhow, this is Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together where we exchange news, headlines, stories, questions, ideas, suggestions, information about new shops, new restaurants, new things, all kinds of things that we can put to good use as we live our best life here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English speaking locals. This is what brings us together, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. And I hope you are happy to be here too, because we have all kinds of fun and interesting news. Well, there's a little snarky element. Let's just get started with that. You know, I often wonder if the people that are handed a microphone to speak or make statements really understand the responsibility of what they're doing. The city has come out to defend the fact that they have been giving maintenance to Los Muertos Pier. as opposed to what we believe that they're not doing anything about it. They gave they went and interviewed Cristian Preciado Cázares, who is the man in charge of the Municipal Tourism Office. You may recall that he is not the Municipal Tourism Director. He is just an interim office manager that has given the task to run the show. So he informed that City Hall has indeed given some maintenance to Los Muertos Pier because some film productions have taken place there in recent weeks. So maybe what we need is for, in order for the city to continue the upkeep of public places in Puerto Vallarta, is to invite more film productions to take place in our city, because this sure seems to be the best incentive for the city to get their act together. Heaven forbid they should do this just because we live here and we want to have a nice looking city. Preciado Cázares also said that they're aware of the fact that the iconic pier needs a fair amount of tender loving care, but the city cannot intervene without a federal permit. And this brings up the interesting thing of the city throwing the ball at the federal government, and then the federal government throwing the maintenance ball at the state government, and then the state government will throw it back at the city. And that's just the way these things go. So it is what it is. I do have good news on the COVID-19 front. According to the city's public registry, there's been only one death reported in the last 3 months due to COVID-19. Every single death in Puerto Vallarta and anywhere is, of course, lamentable, but it is comforting to see that only one person has died from COVID in our city in 3 months. This is a marked decrease when compared to the numbers from the past 3 years. Now, we've been reporting recently on train travel in Mexico, and this headline definitely caught my attention. This is about a train line crossing the country from Puerto Vallarta to Veracruz, passing by Guadalajara and Mexico City. And I said, what? But don't start packing your bags yet. This is all part of the long-term initiative proposed by Federal Deputy Miguel Torruco Garza, who happens to be the son of Federal Tourism Secretary Miguel Torruco Marquez. So Deputy Torruco shared detailed information on his social media outlets about the plan to bring back train travel to Mexico, including all the lines that are contemplated in this handy-dandy little detailed map. But again, don't start packing your bags yet. If you look closely, this is a long-term goal for 2050. So this is 25 years from now. It's going to take a while, but it's also going to take a number of federal, state, and municipal administrations to be on the same long-term page for something of this magnitude to actually materialize. For example, if an administration comes up either at federal level, state level, or municipal level, and they happen to think this is a bad idea, trust me, this will not happen. So hopefully it will, and hopefully some of us will still be around to enjoy it. Moving right along, according to Contralinea, it will be 2 electrical city buses, not just one, that will be part of a test along the Marina Vallarta bus line. And this is happening now, actually, as authorities are hoping to determine within the next 2 weeks if the city is financially, technically, and logistically ready to transform Puerto Vallarta's city bus system into an electrical one in the same fashion as it was transformed in several of Guadalajara's city bus lines about a year and a half ago. So hold your horses, and we continue to hope for air conditioning at the very least, and we'll just see what happens here. Last, in our formal news blog, the city is hoping to submit a proposal to the state government that will allow Puerto Vallarta to be in charge of a portion of State Highway 544, that is a highway that goes from Puerto Vallarta to Mascota and beyond. The administration of Puerto Vallarta argues that with increasing population in neighborhoods connected by the highway, including Ixtapa, Las Palmas, and so forth, along with the increased vehicular traffic on the road, are such that the highway now requires more maintenance than presently provided by statewide programs. As you know, this highway goes into major disrepair during the summer months due to the rain, which tends to cause landslides. And then there are potholes that seem to resurface every year due to the summer weather. So hopefully, if Puerto Vallarta gets control of this highway, or at least a few kilometers of it, uh, we will have a better highway perhaps this summer, and if not this summer, sometime in the near future. With that said, let us take a quick look at the weather forecast and take it from there. Now that is funny. Clearly, I am the best choice to succeed Logan Roy. Cousin Greg is a distant second, says Snarky Weatherman. Now, you have to be watching Succession to understand what this is about. And if you're not, you really want to watch this amazing show on HBO. Season 4, final season, is starting tomorrow. But I digress. It is 26 degrees right now. Humidity is very low, only 25%, and our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 79. Our weather forecast for today says it's going to be a partly cloudy day with a high of 31 and a low of 18. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be mostly cloudy with a high of 30 and a low of 18. And then we begin the work week with a partly cloudy day, a high of 31, and a low of 18. Moving right along, I do want to let you know that today. Oh, there they go again. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the marimbas in the background. I don't know if that's loud enough, but I will have a story about that in a second. Anyhow, today is Earth Day, Earth Hour Day. Earth Hour is a worldwide movement organized by the Worldwide Fund. The event is held annually, encouraging individuals, communities, and businesses to turn off non-essential electric lights for 1 hour from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. on the last Saturday of March, and that would be today. This is as a symbol of commitment to the planet. It was started as a lights off event in Sydney, Australia in 2007. And the initiative is supported by our state government. And last year at the same time, several public buildings in Jalisco, including Guadalajara's Cabañas Institute and Degollado Theater, went dark for an hour. Oh, that is so funny. You can hear the marimba. That is one of my feel-good stories, and I'll share that in a second. First, I have another feel-good story to share. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to start with the marimba, as long as you can hear it in the background, because you see, earlier today, I was in the bathroom making a statement, if you know what I mean, and all of a sudden, I started hearing what you're hearing. The marimba. And I'm like, well, did I leave something on YouTube? We don't hear like marimba chiapaneca, and that's what we call it, marimba from Chiapas. We don't hear that very frequently here in Puerto Vallarta. So what ended up happening is, as I came out of the bathroom, I realized it was coming from outside, and I quickly realized it was coming from the torta place across the street. So very quickly, I went to investigate why these musicians were playing. And of course, I felt compelled to give them some tip money, as I usually do. But when I went downstairs, this is what I saw. Anyhow, this is what was going on. And of course, I was totally intrigued by it. And when they paused, I found out that the older man, there was an old man and a young man, and they are the older man is the father of the woman that runs the food place across the street, and they have just moved here from another city in Mexico, and they're going to start playing in restaurants all around the city. So I was happy to have a conversation with them. As you know, I'm a huge advocate for traditional Mexican music, and it just made me feel good to go downstairs and enjoy their music and talk to them. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And of course, now that I know where they're going to be, maybe we can have them around for a party or oh my god, maybe we can invite them to play during our next meet and greet, and we can all give them a nice tip. If you think that is a good idea, please write the word marimba and I'll make it happen. Oh my god, they're still going at it. Anyhow, that was the one feel good moment that I had for you. I have another feel good moment for you that I promised yesterday, and this has to do with the feeding of the cats at Rico Indian Restaurant. We were there, a few friends and I, after the music appreciation lecture on Thursday, and we happened to coincide with the moment in which one of the owners of the restaurant started feeding the cats on the Isla Quale, and this is what I captured.
And then everyone else.
Another queen.
Yeah.
These are your children, eh?
Yeah. Well, we are their children.
It's dinner time.
And this one only picks and runs. Okay, no. Yeah.
Oh, my Luna is going to get jealous because she doesn't eat as beautifully.
Whoa. Oh my god, big old shrimp.
And that was, of course, our little feeding moment going on at Isla Rio Quale. And now we start talking about chit chat. Yes, yes. It is time for a little section of comments and whatnot. Let's see what we have here. Tan 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 tan. I see good mornings. And I'm going to turn this off because, hold on. Yeah, let's do this. We don't need to have the chit-chat background music because we already have background music. Let's see. Pim, 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 pim. That is a cool gadget, says Sherry. Yes, for those of you that arrived later on, I was showing my little gadget that will help me make bracelets, which is like my latest absurdity. I'm making bracelets for everyone that cares. Let's see what else we have. Many, many, many comments. Tuti, tuti, tuti. Is it happy birthday or happy Saturday? I say it is both. Enjoyed dinner last night with a good friend at Jorge's Hideaway. I don't know what Jorge's Hideaway is, or maybe I do and I don't remember, but wherever it is, I'm glad to hear. Let's see. I am just loving having like live music in the background. Ronald says, I'm coming to your neighborhood. I'll make sure that I take a shower. And yes, Mateo, I got this news this morning that Chabelo passed away. Chabelo, Javier Lopez, was an amazing man, a television entertainer who performed the role of a young boy all the way up to his 80s. And he was a Mexican icon for so many years. So many years. And I see that a lot of you are happy to have marimba music in our next get together. I will coordinate with Gina and I will coordinate with the marimba players and make sure that they can find us right around the corner at Whiskey Kitchen. And of course, that'll be for our meet and greet, which will take place on, where is my little reminder of the meet and greet? It is right here. We're going to have meet and greet on Wednesday, April 19th. That is correct, at Whiskey Kitchen. And what else do we have? Albert asks, do you have any new bracelets to show us? I don't because I do, but I don't because I don't have any on. But yes, I've been making bracelets and having a really fun time doing that. And this, my friends, seems to bring us to the end of our broadcast today, which I have to confess, as much as I enjoy the music coming from the outside, it's making me totally distracted. I want to wish you a wonderful weekend. I want to thank you for tuning in this morning. And if you're watching later on in the day, I want to thank you for relying on coffee and headlines for at least a little bit of inspiration and connection to Puerto Vallarta and with the other members of the cluster. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you again Monday. Take care.